Okay, let's see. January 20th, 2021. We are recording. This is our evening live update. Want to check out, we got a whole day's worth of wave action, and it's finally giving us some detail here. So let's see what it's doing. Angus, you had a question. Why don't you ask that question again? Welcome to the show. what was that question so we can get that on camera there?
Yes, I was just asking, are we in the third wave now going down on the ABC, about to go up for the fifth?
Okay. What time frame are you thinking?
Sorry, what was that, Jim?
What time frame are you thinking? The time frame of chart?
Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the 5 and 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm on the 10-minute chart, so let me get to the 15-minute chart here. So, based on what you just asked me, are you saying that this first wave right here, are you on Ethereum or Bitcoin?
Sorry, I'm on Ethereum, and what's
Yep.
currently happening right now?
Yep, so I'm on Ethereum. And then, is this your A wave? Is that what you're thinking right here, this first?
Oh, I'm thinking the bottom of to the right slightly is the bottom, and then there's been 3 waves up so far from there, with 5 smaller waves in each one.
That looked right? Does that look right to you? The way I drew it?
Yeah.
And so you're thinking this is A, B, and C maybe?
So I think currently we're in the third wave going down, so the ABC of the third wave about to go up to the fifth.
Like that.
Hopefully, yeah.
Is that what you mean? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Gotcha. I got you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I understood, because when you're talking about waves, I got to get a frame of reference here. All right, let's talk about. One of the things I wanted to cover on the live was what is the structure here. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in on that so we can really get some definition on those waves and really use our skills and our knowledge about wave structure to just really try to identify the key, guys. That what you want to start learning to do at the beginning is identify: is that 3 waves? Is that 5 waves? Okay, that's always the question. Is that 3 or 5? Okay, so let's just see what comes naturally when we just look at the first wave. What comes natural to you? Just what we call low hanging fruit here. What do you take on that? I just drew it. I just traced it. What's your take on that? 3 or 5? Anybody?
3.
Yeah. Is that Michael?
3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. Excellent. I'm learning everybody's names. So yeah, that my take is that's a 3. Okay, this one here got to be a 3 because we go up more, right? I mean, so it's got to be 3. So we started with a 3, then we got a 3 again. Now this is a pretty tough one here. If I just kind of trace it, it's kind of looking pretty squiggly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the middle wave, what I think the middle wave is. Okay? And now I'm going to get something like this. So I'm going to call that 3 as well. See the pattern here? We got 3, 3, 3. Now we got 3. Because a 5-wave shape, guys. Oops, sorry. A 5-wave shape generally is something like this. Where you have a small 1, 2, a long 3, and a small 4, 5. That's a general shape of a 5-wave. If I were to show you a 5-wave move here, I would, something like this, for instance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of see that? See that shape there? 1, 2, long 3, 4, 5. And that's kind of that shape, isn't it? So memorize that kind of shape, and you'll see that over and over and over. Okay, like right here in this one right here, you can actually see it. It's hard, but it's there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Unless you come down here, 4, 5, like that. You see? So it's got a little dinky 1, 2, a long 3, a little dinky 4, 5, something like that. That's the shape. I'm going down. And then this is the shape going up. That's a 5-wave shape. A 3-wave looks like this. Or this. generally speaking. Okay? Is that helpful? Just talking shapes. So when I look at this, do you get the notion here that you got a 5 wave? You do maybe if you go up, but this really kind of throws a little wrench in the shape, doesn't it? That little double hump there. If I were to look at that, I would say that's probably a 3 wave in there. So I'm going to say boom, boom, boom like that. And that's just another 3 wave. The way I would look at it. Angus, what do you think of that? Is that helpful to you?
Yeah, sorry, Jen. The video kept on cutting out while I was trying to watch it. I think I might have to share my chart with you tomorrow, potentially, just have a look and just see how it plays out. But
let me see if is it my end, you think, or is it your end?
I think it might have been mine because I changed my internet connection. It seems to be working now.
Gotcha. Okay, so what did you miss? Or no? What did you miss? What a great question. What part did you catch?
Literally none of it.
Okay, all right. Let me take another second because it's really important and it's a great question. And review isn't bad. Before I review, who else was watching that and found that explanation helpful?
Always.
But I'm really kind of focused in on those that are new and you're learning. Does that clarify some things for you a little bit as you're looking? Does that give you some sight to the market a little bit, maybe? If you just think shape, okay? That's
absolutely.
So think shape, okay? So 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the shape of a 5 wave, like that. A 3 wave is going to look like that, or up. 5 waves. So you're 1, 2, long 3, little 4, 5, like that, something like that. That's the way your impulses are going to go. So, with that being said, you have to also keep in mind that, see the straight line right there? That actually is an impulse. So, inside of a 3-wave move, there will be impulses. But overall, when you just take the low-hanging fruit here, just the basic shape, I see 3 waves there, 3 waves there. Now, this one's hard. But I'm going to say 3 waves here. And this is the middle wave right there. I got 3 waves here. And now I got 3 waves there. Make sense? So every one of those is 3 waves, the best I can see. And they're going up diagonally and they're making kind of a diagonal pattern. So, Rob, whose name is GTS in our group, said, is that a leading diagonal in ETH? And I said, I didn't say anything, but I think very well could be. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That, my friends, is an impulse wave. But it's a diagonal. It's a 5-wave impulse. And what do you know about diagonals? Let's learn real quick that a diagonal is actually made up of 3 waves. Every wave system is 3 waves. And there's 5 of them. Okay? And the 4 wave will overlap and break the rules, overlap the 1 wave. That's the only type of impulse that it can. Now, why would the market makers put diagonals in as an impulse? Who can guess psychologically why diagonals are probably common in this market where the market makers are striving to fool us?
To give you hope to put in some money so they can take it away from you?
Well, yeah, okay. They're trying to conceal the structure of impulse to us. And in doing it, because when you think impulse, how many waves are you thinking? When we talk about impulse wave or motive wave, how many waves?
5.
Yeah, but how many waves are we dealing with every one of these? 3, 3, 3, 3. When you think 3 waves, are you usually thinking impulse or correction?
Correction.
Exactly. So you see how when a diagonal is being formed, it actually looks like an ABC right here, and we think down, right? I mean, I was all about this short right here. I was perfect. It was a 1-to-1 extension. Everything had an ABC. It was beautiful. That should have told me something. It was too beautiful. Remember what I talked about this morning in the live? I think we need to add a 5th rule. That if it's beautiful, trade is off. I'm serious. Because I don't think
that's the truth.
I'm semi joking, but more serious than I am joking. To be honest, I really think we need to have a red flag if it looks too good. Okay, because so anyway, keep that in mind. So anyway, yeah, I was all about this short, and then once we got this candle right here that took it all back, I was like, oh, that's interesting. That was really interesting. So. And then it kind of just trudged up, and then it came down in 3 waves, and it started trudging up again, and then we got this, and that's about when I got home, and then I hadn't had a chance to really look at the chart because I've been away for an hour, and then Rob said leading diagonal. I got to the computer, and I said, sure enough, looks like a leading diagonal. So that's a fantastic thing because that's a structure we know. Because a leading diagonal can only be one of 2 structures. It leads a wave system. It leads something, okay? So there's only 2 types of wave structures that we deal with. We deal with impulses, 5 waves, and we deal with corrections, ABC. And the direction is up, okay? So what wave, if it's a leader, it begins it. So the leading diagonal can be in this position here or this position here. Okay, so that's either a 1 wave or an A wave, and those are the only 2 positions a leading diagonal can be found in. That's excellent for us. Why is that excellent? Because if, big gigantic if, and I think it's a really strong probability this is a leading diagonal, if that's a leading diagonal, and I believe it is, then...
Especially with the divergence on the RSI on the daily, and I think the 4-hour as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 4-hour, we still have the hidden bull. You know, it's still there. I mean, and it's working. So if that's a leading diagonal, what are we expecting next? That's a finished impulse, so what's next? Something like that. Now, I don't know if it'll be that big. It may only be this big. It may be this big. I don't know what it's going to be. But we're looking for some kind of a wave to the downside now, 3 waves. If this is a 5-wave move, we're looking for 3 waves back. This is going to be our entry. What are going to be our criteria for entry? Let's go through the four tests. Number 1, we're looking for how many waves? Let's rattle them off.
3 waves.
3 waves. What's the next criteria? I want y'all to memorize these. So if this is an impulse, we're looking for 3 waves. That's number 1. What's number 2? What should those 3 waves be measured?
To the fibs.
Yeah, what are the fibs we tend to look for?
The 101 or the 1618.
And then there's one in the middle that you missed.
0.786.
No, that's actually before the 1-to-1. It would be the 127. The 127 is common. The most common and the most common, by the way, here are my. You see my fibs here. I'll pull them out here so you can see them. The most common are going to be the 1-to-1 and the 127 right there in the middle. 80% of corrective waves will come there. 10% of them will come short to the 786. And 10% of them will go long to the 618. And that's rough numbers. So the highest probability areas we look for and target are the 1-to-1 and the 127. But we always keep in mind it could go longer and it could go shorter. So let's draw a wave and we'll talk about what we're looking for. So we want to see a 3-wave pullback. ABC, WXY, whatever, flat, a zigzag, any kind of 3-wave move, okay? We want to then be able to measure that 3-wave move by pulling the fibs, and we want to see that guy. We want to see that guy stop in this range right here. and give what's ideal is you get a nice engulfing candle that pull, that starts it. If you get an engulfer candle off of one of those fibs, on the next candle that pulls back, enter that sucker. Okay, and then go take it long. Chances are it's going to come back on you, but sometimes they go and they don't come back very far. So that's a strategy you might employ. Or you might wait.
So you'd enter on the 2 then?
What's that? Yeah. Well, yes.
So
Correct. So if you want to be certain, as certain as you can in any market, right? You wait for the one wave to happen, and it might go off on you like this. But at least if it does that, it's reversed, right? You just wait for something like that, and then you enter.
Got it. Lovely. Cheers.
Yeah, so that's a strategy. If you want to be a little bit more risky, which I do, generally speaking, I'll enter on the fib. My stop's under here. So I'll enter. I'll watch the waves. I'll do the count of the waves on the 1 minute or the 30-second chart, and I want to see 5 waves in this last wave usually. And so I'm trying to find 5 waves. When I think 5 waves is finished around the fibs, I'll enter in on those fibs down here, because a lot of times what you get is an engulfing candle up and you're immediately in profit and you're feeling really good about that trade, because at that point you get an engulfer candle and it goes away from you, it starts coming back. Now my job is, if it comes back to my entry, I just cut it and it wasn't my trade. And it's no risk, because generally speaking you're going to get bounces on the fibs. Let me show you. And by the way, this is the benefit of the lives. This kind of teaching time. I do this most lives, guys. So it's beneficial to watch them if you're learning to trade by Elliott. You can really understand the criteria and the risk management here. Okay, but I pulled the first fib here. Look at the 1-to-1 right here. So when this, we had boom, boom. When this wave came up and came around to the 1-to-1, look what happened. We got a bounce. Look what happened when it came around the 1618. We didn't get the bounce off the 127, but we got kind of almost a wick to it here. But look at this the 1618. You get a bounce. That happens, guys, over and over and over in the market. You generally get bounces on the fibs. Let me pull the fibs on this wave right here going down, and watch where all the bounces occur. Okay. So I pulled the fibs like this. Okay. So look where this one bounced. Where did that one bounce? 1-to-1. This one came down. 127. Got a little bit of a bounce. Came down. It skipped through the 1414, and where did it bounce? Off the 1618, and up we went. If you traded a 1618 bounce this morning and held it, and said my stop is under here, you'd have a great trade. If you were able to hold it through all that mess. You are 10%, 11% up right now. So I always say this: trade with confidence around the fibs. Learn how to pull them, and don't be too afraid to enter around the fibs. But don't be so quick to get in at the 1-to-1, because a lot of times it'll go through the 1-to-1 and go to the 127 or the 1618. Lately, that's what it's been doing. But doesn't do it always, so you might miss it. But that's okay if you miss it. Why? Because you just get in on the 2 wave. If it reverses on you and goes, you just get in on a 3-wave pullback, and you're good. So anyway, I think this is a leading diagonal. We're looking for a 3-wave move. Okay, we want to see it around our fibs. I want to see if, okay, that's not the only criteria though. So we got 3-wave shape, that's number 1. We want to see it measured correctively on the fibs, 1-to-1, 127, 1618. What's the third thing we're looking for? Not just 3 waves and not just the fibs, but what else?
proper wave count.
Say it again. So that was the right answer. Say it again.
The proper wave count.
A proper wave count. Who was that?
That's Matt.
Matt. I thought it was Matt. Exactly right, Matt. In other words, just because you have 3 waves doesn't mean it's finished 3 waves. Okay, so you need to know all the different variations of 3-wave moves. Okay, you need to know what a 5-3-5 looks like and how to count it. You need to know what a 3-3-5 looks like and how to count it. You need to know what a 3-3-3 looks like and how to count it. All right, so you need to really, really study the videos on corrections on my YouTube playlist. I've got two or three videos on corrections alone, and we go over them, the wave counts, and you need to practice, finding them and understanding them. You know, it wouldn't be bad for you to sit an hour a day just going back through the charts and identifying 3-wave moves, and then identifying. So, for instance, if we go back, so here's what you do. First off, you identify the direction of the wave. Which way is this wave going? It's going up. So every wave that goes down is going to be a 3-wave move. That's the first thing you can do. And so then zoom in on the 5-minute chart or the 3-minute chart or the 1-minute chart, and then say, okay, what kind of wave is that? There's not enough definition there. Let me, I'm going to circle this or put a mark here and go to the 1-minute time frame. I put a mark there because I want to find it again easily. But I would recommend this exercise to anybody that's really practicing and learning. And if you need an answer, say, Jim, I don't know what kind of, this is 3 waves, but I don't know what kind it is, just let me know. I'll be glad to look at it. So, for instance, I just want to look at that 3-wave move right there and say, okay, what is that? Well, my eye, when I look at the first off, let me just draw the shape. That's the shape I see. That's clear enough, isn't it? Okay, then I'm just going to kind of look at this. I got this. What does that look like to you? Does that help anybody? That would be a leading diagonal. But it's in a correction. It's a leading diagonal so that's actually 5 waves. So that's the first wave count. It's 5 waves. Then my next is right here. That's 3 waves, and who knows what this would be right here, this formation.
Three-wave diagonal?
No, good try. This one right here, just this one in the middle. Let's talk about its characteristics.
Oh, that head and shoulders.
No,
looks like a flat.
There's no such thing as a head and shoulders in Elliott wave.
Looks a little bit like a flat.
Is that Joe? Is that Jose?
Yes.
Jose,
yes, me.
Jose Joe Trades? Nice. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a flat. Because what's the characteristics of a flat? The B wave comes back how far? Comes back 90% or more. So when you have a wave where the second wave comes back all the way, and you get that kind of shape, it's kind of like a flat. So a flat is a 3-3-5. So there's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 3, 5. That's beautiful. So you just need to practice this, okay? Actually, go through your rules for what they are and what are you seeing, okay? So that's an ABC flat. And then, so we started with 5. This is now that we're dealing with an entire, just this 3-wave move here. So we started with 5. The second wave is 3. So what's the next wave count? What should it be? I got a 5, 3, and then a what?
5.
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey man, that follows all the rules. There it is. A 3, 5 zigzag correction. And that's all that is. And it started with a leading diagonal. That's a fantastic exercise for anybody to do on a daily basis. Go back on the chart, find 3-wave moves, and ask yourself, what do you got? What kind of 3-wave move is that? Here's a 3-wave move. You want to do that one together? It would be helpful too to also pull the fibs on it. So I'm going to pull the fibs here. Let me just draw the shape I see. There's the shape I see. So that's 3 waves, yeah? All right. What's this first wave? What is that? What jumps out at you?
Impulse.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an impulse to me. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there maybe. The next wave. There's 3. This last, so it started with 5. Then it had a 3. So what's this last one here? What's that last one? If it starts with a 5 and a 3, what are we expecting at the end of it? 5, 3, what?
5, 3.
Say it again, because your mic cut out. Say it again. Your mic cut out. Push your button. Nope. Aaron, I'm trying to hear you. I know it's
Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's all right. We're looking for a 5, 3.
Zigzag.
Yeah, that's a zigzag.
5, 3, 5.
Yeah, what is this last structure then?
Is it an impulse?
It is an impulse because it's a 5-wave, because this is a 5, 3, 5 zigzag. And every 5-wave move is a zigzag. But what kind of impulse is it?
Ending diagonal.
Yes, excellent, guys. Excellent. That's an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe. It's got that shape to it, doesn't it? So the only problem is the 4 doesn't overlap the 1. And we allow for that. It doesn't have to, but it might not be an ending diagonal. The other option for this wave count. So I'm going to give you a second scenario. And I would take both because I don't care, because I know it's 3 waves. But the other option is this could be right here, the first wave. So that's actually 3 waves. What kind of wave would that be? Remember, when the B wave comes up all the way back, takes back all the territory of A, that's telltale of A.
Expanded flat.
Yeah,
Expanded flat.
it's a flat, and particularly whoever said expanding, excellent job, because it's expanding because this took out the top, didn't it? It went past it. So excellent job. Who was that?
I think it was Aaron.
No, who said it? No, there was another person who said expanding flat.
Yeah, that's me as well.
Okay, who was that?
Matt.
Matt. Okay, all right, very good. So there's expanding flat, and then the second wave is 3 waves, and then we could say that this is 3 waves here. That we have a 5-wave, a 3-wave, and then we have another 5-wave right here. So this is a 5, 3, 5 zigzag. That's probably what it is. So that means we've got a 3, and then a 3. And how do we label that? 3, 3, 3. Answers on the screen. We label that a WXY. All right, so there's Elliott Wave mini lesson there, guys. Hopefully that was helpful to you. I can't tell you how critical that knowledge is for you guys, and I hope you don't feel belittled. I don't mean it to be like that for me being a teacher and acting like you guys are in grade school asking the questions, but sometimes just questions lead you to thinking, and thinking is what you need to do so you can learn this stuff. So anyway,
we've all been there at some point, though.
I've never had anybody do this with me, though. So I hope it's helpful. I pray it is. That's my desire, at least. So
Are you going to this, Jim?
yeah, I'm here, buddy.
Where are you gonna save this file? I'd like to go over it again.
This will be in Jim's trades, Jim's recorded lives.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just doing a little mini lesson in the middle of the live tonight. So
Yeah, it's a good lesson.
Yeah, amen. So study those corrections, guys, because that's really the hard part of Elliott Wave is the corrections. And you can see why corrections are so hard. They can take so many different shapes, and they can all be mixed and matched together and to make complex shapes. And you're going to become better and better as a trader once you understand, those complex shapes. So back to what I was saying here. If this is a leading diagonal, that's a beautiful structure to see because it actually grounds us. It lets us know that this is the beginning of something. So we're waiting for a 3-wave pullback. And what direction do we want to trade?
Long.
Yeah, we want to look long. So our next trade, guys, is going to be long. I want to look long. So we're looking. So the trade setup is going to look something like this. It might be bigger. It might be a bigger wave than that. It could get complex. Remember, if they do a 3-wave down, they could then reverse it and do a 3-wave up, and then another 3-wave down. They could get complex on you, can't they? There's all kinds of shapes that can happen in here. But we're trying to figure out the best, we're trying to watch those shapes. We're looking for some kind of 3-wave move. We're looking to enter and go long on that wave. Now, does that mean we're going to the moon? Yay, or no? Probably not. It could mean simply that this is an A wave of a larger construction like that. We might simply get a 5-wave move up with another wave to the downside. In other words, this could be the leading diagonal of an ABC. So it might be A, B, and C. Or it could be the leading diagonal of a large move. 1, 2, 3, and on. And it goes on. So those are our options right now. We don't know what the market makers in the market is going to do. But we know that this is a bullish construction. It lets us know and it signals that there's going to be more upside, more if, and it's a gigantic if, that structure is a leading diagonal. So, when does this leading diagonal get invalidated? If we get any more upside, in my opinion, it will be invalidated. Any more upside, I will not like it as a leading diagonal. So that's pretty much it for me. If it goes up, now if it goes up and just breaks the high and then comes back down, maybe I'll allow it or I'll feel okay about it. But who am I to allow or disallow a bad shape in the market? I just won't like it. It'll leave me thinking, I don't know. And I don't like when I feel I don't know. Does that make sense? So I want to see, I want to see a 3-wave move. So we might be looking for a 5, 3, 5. That might be what we get. We might be looking for a 3, 3, 3. We could be looking for a 5, a 3, 3, 5. All kinds of things we could be looking for. Or we could just get something small like this, a 5, 3, 5 like that. And then off we go. I don't know what we're going to get. So let's watch carefully. Let's watch the RSI. Let's look for our criteria. So criteria number 1, we're looking for 3 waves. Number 2, we want to see them measure correctively. Number 3, we want to see them count properly. It's got to count properly. And we just had a counting lesson on corrections. And then the final thing, what's the icing on the cake for every trade that we're looking for?
The divergence.
We want to see divergence. That's right. Divergence really, really helps to give us more confidence. Especially if that divergence is where we're in the over condition, whether it's oversold or overbought. That's always better when the RSI is down in that area. It's always more. It makes you feel better. If you have divergence, but the RSI is in the middle of no man's land, don't feel too confident about that. It may not work for you. Okay, so ETH, my best guess right now is that we're going down in 3. We're looking for a long entry, and we're going to go long. Now let's do something else that I need to make sure I do with you every day, and I want you to start doing it yourself. We have a trade plan that we just made it, right? Once we get an A, B, we're going to pull the fibs and see if we can spy where the C is going to end. Now, what if we're wrong and this isn't a leading diagonal? I want you to start being very careful to make yourself think of the opposite way. In other words, we think we're looking for a long, but what if we're wrong and this is actually not a leading diagonal, but it's actually, I'm going to say that it could actually be a WXY. So what if this is a WX and a Y, and we're wrong, and it's not a leading diagonal at all? That means, where is this going? This thing could come down and make new lows. Okay? So you got to realize that. So you need to be thinking, what else could it be? So what we would do then is pull the fibs on that whole thing, and we're looking for a target short. We're looking for 1-to-1, 127, 1618, like that. We're looking for a wave down like that. Which, by the way, I have a target down here for one particular account that I shared with you this morning. Thanks. So remember the count that I shared with you this morning. I'm trying to get that off my chart. There it is. Okay. So I believe this is 3 waves. And this could be 3 waves like that. WXY for B. So that's a 3 and a 3. And now we're looking for 5 waves down. This could be 1, 2 like that. 3, 4, 5 like that. That might be that might be what we're looking for. So keep that in mind. That's a possible count. It's a bearish count. But this does look like a leading diagonal. It gives a little bit of hope for upside. So you might wait and see. You might wait and see if it comes down 3 waves and gives us our criteria. Now, I personally went short at the top of this leading diagonal, at the top of this wave, because we were at the 1618. It was a possible leading diagonal that was the end of it, or a possible WXY that it was at the end of it. Either way, I know that the next wave is going to be short. It could be a little dumpy one, or it could be a really big one. So for me, the risk reward was there to give a short a try. Especially since my entry, looking at my entry, is 1385. So my entry on my computer there is 1385. I couldn't have nailed the top. I'm only a couple of dollars off the top. So I feel really good about that entry right now. I'm already 2% positive in my trade, almost, not quite, 1.8%. So right now, worst case for me is I'm break even. If it comes back to me, I cut the trade, and I've not lost a thing. So that's the way I think about trading as far as entering on the fibs and trading shapes like that. Okay, so we could have a 3-wave move here, hit the 1618, and we're going down from here. So to me, that's a good risk reward. You say, man, I wish I had caught that. Well, this isn't a horrible entry right here, number one. But what I would do if I were you and you wanted to get in on that is go down to the very small time frame and wait for 5 waves to finish. Once you see 5 waves finished, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe, wait for a 3-wave pullback on the 1-minute time frame. When you get that 3-wave pullback, you can enter the trade short too if you want to. Now keep in mind, it might only be for a C wave like that, A, B, C. Probably not, because that's actually too small for what we're looking for. Well, yeah, I don't know. You know, it may only be a short ride down. It may just be something like that. So keep that in mind. If you go short on a pullback, could only be for that wave, but it might be a really big one. So good risk reward. Why not? But you need to be watching that trade and making sure that, you know, things go your way. And you just throw your stop here up at the top. And, you know, if it hits that, then it's not a 1-2. It's something else, and that's not your trade, because the trade criteria is that this is an A, B, or a 1-2. Now, A, B, the B can take out the A, but that's only if A is 3 waves. So A has to be 3 waves only. If B comes out up in 3 waves and it takes out the top, then you know it's going to be C down. But that's where you got to know the rules and understand the wave structures and whatnot. So anyway, that's a trade setup. I got in at the fib and I feel good. You can wait for a pullback and get in. It's whatever your risk, you know, whatever you feel. This, when it's going up this strong right now and it hits a trend line and it hits a fib at the same time, it doesn't scare me at all to enter that. In fact, I'm thinking, ooh, I want to go the opposite way, because that's what that wave is probably going to do. Even if it comes back to me, I'm just going to cut it and we'll call it good. Now, one other thing to consider here, and then we'll go on to BTC, and that is, what if this just isn't finished? What if this is the beginning of something very much larger? Now, the problem I'm going to have with that, playing devil's advocate here, is that this starts with 3 waves. The next wave is 3 waves. All this is 3 waves. I really, really don't see any other option for us. Either it's a WXY or it's a leading diagonal. It's one of those two. I don't see much option for more. If it starts going up here, I'm not going to know what it is. I'm going to be like, what in the world? It's going to be kind of crazy to me. I guess this is a more complex idea, but this could be a 5-wave move with an extended 5th wave. That's kind of crappy, but that's actually true. Let me show you. This is a complex structure, but let me explain. So an impulse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Sometimes you get what we call extended 5th waves, where the 5th wave is as long as 1 to 3, and it looks like this. It kind of resembles a 3-wave move, like this, but it's actually 5 waves. It's actually 3 waves. The 1, 2 is in here in the wick. 3, 4, and then that's 5. It's an extended 5th. So I that's the only way to count that as a 5-wave move. And then that's crap there. How is that a 5-wave move? I have no idea. And how is this 5 waves? I have no idea. So to me, the structure is all 3-wave-ish here. So when I try to tell myself, hey, Jim, what if that goes up? What if it's not 3 waves and it just keeps going up? How would you interpret it? I really don't know. I really don't. If it goes up, I'm going to be dumbfounded, to be honest with you. I'll be pretty shocked. But the market can do whatever it wants to do. We always got to say that. That needs to be a t-shirt, guys. The market can do whatever it wants to do. The market always comes back. The market can do whatever it wants to do. What else? What else do I always say? It needs to be on a t-shirt. This is my merch for my channel now. What else?
The nothing burger, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a I don't know burger. I don't know burger. How about boom, boom, boom? With some fibs on the t-shirt. People will be like, what? That'd be funny. That would be so funny. Okay. Those are my thoughts for Ethereum. Any questions? I've spent a lot of time. I hope that was beneficial to you and not boring. I can go faster and talk about BTC now, but I want to just pause for anybody that might have a question. All right. BTC. I don't know. I'm still waiting on this down move down to the 786. I really want to see that. And then you know what I want to see when I see after that? I want to see that. I want to see a triangle. That's going to make the most sense to me out of the structure. That's what I want to see.
What if it's a bear triangle?
Then 1 2 1 2 1 2, but
Well, no. Just that big impulse down from the all-time high is your A wave, and then a triangle B wave. Working on a triangle B wave.
yeah, this would be A, B, C, but it hasn't finished. D, E. That's still a bullish triangle.
What I am contemplating is that we're going to go up for E right now. So A, B.
Oh, my challenge to that is that we didn't make the 786.
I would say the 786 is for the bullish triangle, for the A, B, C, D, E off the high, and then impulse up for 5. That's what I would say would be the 786 target.
So when I pull the fibs on this one right here and pull the retrace on it, my blue line is the 786. We got three waves back to the 786. Now usually when you're constructing a triangle, you kind of do that. You keep doing that. You just pull the fibs on the next wave, and you're looking for 786, and we're short of it. And so I would contend that we need this wave down here to finish that out, to finish out the structure here. And then, so the way I would think about this structure is some kind of 5, 3, and then 5.
Yeah, that's how I had it as well. But
yeah, you might be right. It might be short. That's fine.
No. I'm saying it's a different triangle. That the triangle starts at the next wave set, I guess. So you have the A going down, but then you have an A going up.
Where's your A? Here?
No, from the all-time high, there's an A wave down.
Right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A.
All right.
B.
And now that
C.
no. That's also A. That's A of the B wave. So A, and then down for B, up for C.
Okay, wait a minute. What's A? This is A here?
Of the B wave, yeah.
Oh. But we already hit 786 of this wave.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just talking with you, so I'm just trying to understand your logic. So we have we have 3 waves that came to the 786 of this wave. Why would you want to make this complex?
I'm not making it complex necessarily. I'm turning that into a triangle. So
Are you saying that the B wave is the triangle?
yes,
So this.
that's the start of the triangle. Yeah, it's going to do something like that.
So that's A. So that's A, B, C, D, E, and then down. A, B,
Yeah.
C.
Yeah, and then reached my 28,000 target, the 1-to-1.
I would be fine with that, but for me, I still need to see it come down to the 786. I would like it to come down to the 786 to finish the
same
structure.
here.
So I would like to see that.
I've got bids down there. Heck yeah.
Oh, you got bids down there. Yeah. I thought you
Yeah.
said I got bit down there. So yeah, this structure is super hard. I'm going to zoom in and do a little bit of work on this right in front of you, if that's okay. I haven't done any work on it. This to me is a 5, 3, 5. Is that a crap? All right, here's an idea for this wave here. So either this whole thing is a diagonal, which I don't like because this little thing right here really makes it ugly. It's kind of looking like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we didn't quite get up high enough. So so there's 5, really ugly kind of structures. That's possible. So we may have, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C that breaks the bottom, and then we have another 5 right there. So I'm Oh, sorry. That should be a. One, two, three, four, and a crappy 5. So that's a 3-wave move right there. It's a flat in the middle. It's kind of a running
That's how I
flat.
had it, yeah.
What's that?
That's how I had it.
So that's my first count there. So that's a. I hate using that tool sometimes. Okay, so that's a running flat. So what is this?
Yeah, and that wave down comes to the 786.
So this comes with a 2-6 extension. When I see crap like that, I just say that's a 5-wave. I don't know how to count it, but I'm gonna call that a 5-wave move. And so I want to see 5 waves here. My thought is that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I this picks up on my bias here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I want to see. Pull the fibs on that. 1618 comes good for the 3. Back up to 4 in the previous 4. 5. Yeah, so I mean it's possible. So we might get that. It's possible. Shoot, 3 might be there, and this might be 4, like a diagonal or something. Not a diagonal, but a flat 4, something like that. It's ugly. There's no doubt about it. That's an ugly wave. Now, if this is not 5, but it's 3, if I say that, okay, that might be 3. Boom, 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 like that, maybe. Then this could be 3 as well, and that still gets me down here, because that would be a WXY, and that gets me down to my box that I want to see. So there's 2 possibilities there. I still want to see both counts. I got a bias down here. Otherwise, I don't know what to make of it. Let me pull the fibs now. I'm going to go to the 10-minute chart. I'm going to pull the fibs on this one here, to there, to here. And look how the 1-to-1 corresponds with my 786 box.
Lines up a little too nice, doesn't it?
It's perfect. I still like it. So I got confluence of fibs. I got the 1-to-1 coming to the 786. I like it. Let's see if we get it. We might get it. So I would like to see that. And if I see that, I'll be very happy. Number one, because we have a structure then that we can start following. That's a little clearer than I have no idea what Bitcoin is doing, which always feels bad. And so then we'll look for something like this. This could be A, B, C, D, E. Or, as Chemo said, this could be A, B is the end of the triangle, and then we could go down for C. And so we would look at the triangle starting here. A, well, come on. A, B, C, D, E, right there. And that takes us down. That would be A, B, C. And the B or WXY, you know. Whereas the triangle is in the place of B, and that's possible as well. So there you go. We'll know once we start getting these waves. So let's see that. Let's see that. Let's see if that happens. So that's what I want to be watching for Bitcoin. That's my bias. That's what I'd like to see. Go back to Ethereum here and get a little bit of a little wave here. I wanted to see it. So, all right, take requests for anything you would like charted, guys. Anything you're trading that I can maybe give some 2 cents on real quick to help you guys. We should look at Litecoin. Let's do that. I'm going to try to do better about having a better attitude towards Litecoin, guys, and chart it more often for you. So I realize there's several of you that are trading it, so forgive my attitude.
When you finish with Litecoin, hi Jim, Peter here.
Peter, I have missed you, brother.
CRV?
Yes. I have missed you. How have you been, sir?
Yes, I've been listening. I haven't been talking.
I miss you. Miss that voice, that unmistakable voice. Okay. What is Litecoin, guys? What is that? I'll tell you what. It's hard. But it comes to the one-to-one extension. Let's see. That comes to the 786. Here's my idea for Litecoin. This is a WXY that comes to the 786. I really don't. I mean, that looks impulsive, but it's ugly. So, I mean, as always, this could come down and then up and then down. So, in other words, this might be a wave 5, for instance. Then we get a 3-wave pullback, and then we get another wave down. This could be a finished 5 waves. This might be the start of 3 waves up. And then we get another wave down. What I don't believe it is 3 waves. It just doesn't. This does not have a 3-wave shape to it. Could it be 3 waves? Yes. But I don't see it. So the RSI isn't telling me anything really. On the 1 hour. The 30-minute is kind of okay, let's see. The 15-minute. Do y'all see the hidden bearish divergence here as we get smaller? The hidden bearish divergence on the smaller time frames.
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that wave structure is super difficult. This looks unfinished. If I had to guess, this needs to come up one more time. And then come down. Or it might be finished. And it's this shape right here. And then we go one more down. And then we go 3 waves up.
And I said that's fair.
And then we're down again. I don't know. I'll just be super honest. I don't have any clue with Litecoin right now. This looks clear and plain, but what this is going to do, I need more data right in here. More data. The RSI would say, there's plenty of room to go up. But it doesn't have to. It could just reject and continue down. So just because there's more to the upside doesn't, it's really right in the middle. It could go either way, but just because there's a lot of empty space up here and it's heading that way doesn't mean it's going to continue that way. It could totally just come on down. So Litecoin's a difficult one. I'm sorry. I just don't have any clarity. To me, it would be off. There's no trade setup right now. I don't see any trade setup for Litecoin. I don't see a shape that is recognizable. So I'd stay away from it for now. For trading. For hodling, hodl all you want. I think $200 and $400 is coming later down the road, but I don't, whether this is the time to buy or not, I cannot say. And it doesn't matter. $200 and $400 doesn't have to come. Jim Pierce could be wrong about the bull market. The bull market might be over. Because remember, you always got to think opposite of what you feel. Like when I look at the chart, I'm thinking, yeah, Bitcoin needs to go up, 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 up. Everybody does. Everybody thinks that. So if everybody's thinking that, maybe Bitcoin needs to go down again. Maybe there's I don't know what the sentiment is on YouTube, really. I'm just trying to be true to what the waves are showing. And right now the waves kind of are pointing up, but we are in this middle of this correction, so trying to see what it's doing. Okay, what was that? What was it? CR what?
CRV? CRV?
Yeah,
Yep.
against USDT.
Yep.
Did I give you a chart the other day? In the alt chat? Okay, look how overbought this is at the 127. Okay, chances are it's going to come up and could make another high. It's going to create the divergence you're looking for and then short it. And that's a possible play. That's on the 6-hour chart. Let's see what the 4-hour chart looks like. Yeah, I think it's going to go up some more and break the high. Yeah, we have the hidden bullish divergence on all the time frames. But yeah, 5-minute. Yeah, it's going to go up. So I think it's going up. It's going to break the high. But I don't know how much higher it's going to go. Because the 1 hour, we're pretty overbought here. We got bearish divergence on this wave. If it goes up again, it's going to, keep that divergence, but be, a second peak over. So I'm kind of leaning towards it's looking like it's almost done, and it's just like a big 3-wave move. 3 waves and then back down. You see the hidden bullish? No, I'm sorry, hidden bear here. Now there's not a whole lot of price, but see that and then that. So my take is that it's probably coming down after pretty soon. Hope that helps, Peter.
Thanks a lot, Jim. Yep, sure does. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Jim, one that I started looking at recently, I've been thinking about buying, looking for a good entry point. V-Chain?
Yep, VET, right? I like what I drew here. Okay, the problem right now is not time to buy, in my opinion, on the 12-hour chart. If you look, you see the bearish divergence here.
Yeah.
And it's kind of diagonaling. That's kind of usually the end of a move, maybe, if it's an ending diagonal. It's kind of like finishing up a move, maybe. And so we got the divergence on the 12-hour. Let's see where the 4-hour is. Yeah, same kind of thing. So it looks bearish for now. So what I like to do, I like to trade the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart's great to trade. Watch for this thing. Watch for the RSI to come on back down, and get all the way down here to oversold or overbought. Yeah, oversold, and look for the downward slope there, but the upward slope. In price. Look for that hidden bullish divergence. And that's a good signal usually to buy on the 4-hour. Measure the wave, as it comes down. The same criteria that we do, just do it on the 4-hour. The same 4 points we always look for. Looking for 3 waves back. Looking for measuring correctly, 1-to-1, 127. Looking for the wave count to be proper. And then finally looking for that divergence in the chart and in the RSI. Do it on the 4 hour, and that'll give you a long entry.
Sounds good, Jim. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the way I would handle it. And guys, if y'all who are learning how to trade the 1 hour and the 4 hour if you don't want to be watching charts every day. Okay, I know some people are starting to feel that you've been looking at charts too much and you're feeling that. Just trade the 4 hour and the 1 hour. We're in a location right now on the 4 hour chart that we should be getting an entry long soon. If we don't get it, we'll get it, and you'll be able to hold it for a little bit. So just hang in there, but trade the 4 hour chart. It's a better chart to trade, and you don't have to sit there and watch every day. Like, we got in at 971 on Ethereum. Had you just got in and bought it at 971, you're still in great shape, aren't you? I mean, look at price. You could.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, Rob, I know. Do you just buy and hold? Do you trade leverage at all?
No, I hold for longer than 28 days.
No, I guess what I'm saying. Okay, so you don't trade leverage. So that might be something you need to think about, is not trading leverage. You can buy, and you don't have to really worry about getting liquidated or anything. You just buy and own it. But that 971 was a perfect buy-in for Ethereum and holding it. I was trading leverage and got shaken out because of my I didn't manage my my margin properly. I got a little too bullish. So anyway, because of that, I got shaken out when I shouldn't have. Had I just been a hodler, 971, buy and hold it, and you'd be in great shape for whatever. It doesn't matter all these moves in the middle. They're going up. Yeah, and you hold through it, and you don't have to watch a chart every day. What do you do, Rob? Just glance at the chart a couple times a day, and keep going about your life, or what?
Basically, yeah.
So that's the idea, guys. So if you're struggling with how much as a trader you're looking at the chart, go to a higher time frame and trade that. So that means you're going to be not in a trade every day. You're not looking for a trade every 5 minutes. You're pulling fibs and waiting for the price to come to you. You're waiting it out and you're being patient. So let me encourage you there. I need to make a video about that exclusively.
That's good advice, Jim, because when I started watching your channel in the beginning, I got really confused because I was more of a swing trader and you were much more of a day trader.
Well, what else am I going to make a video about every day?
No, I get. For me, though, it was like, uh-oh, it's going down. Should I sell? No, I better not.
Right, you want to find the bottom of these swings and then just hold it. So excellent. So that guys, I'm gonna personally be doing that in the future because I don't want to be stuck to charts. I want to live my life. I want to be able to trade and live my life and still make money. I don't want to be sitting at a computer screen 24/7. That's no fun. So I'm going to be working on education in that area, that realm, as far as that's concerned. And I have to work on that in my own life. So I know what to say. It's just practicing it and doing it and things of that nature is just to share with you. But, yeah. Just look at, now that we're on the Ethereum and I zoomed out a bit to the 1 hour, just looking at that, it looks like it's going down. That's just my opinion. I don't like the shape of this diagonal right here, but it could be still. It could be a diagonal still, but it looks more like maybe a WXY. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on it now. Going back and forth on it. The RSI isn't where I'd like to see it yet, so it's in no man's land right now. We'll see. Guys, anybody else trading something else that you'd like me to go over real quick and give you an idea on how to think about it?
That will be really cool, Jim.
What's that?
Your trades.
No, I mean, what would be cool?
Dot.
Oh, you said dot. Okay. I thought you said that would be pretty cool, and I'm like, what would be? And you said dot would be cool. Okay. I love accents and voices. So, my favorite voice and person in this group, and their voice is Nick. Nick, because he's in the Denmark or Holland area or somewhere, Scandinavia kind of, and he sounds like the guy on not picking on or anything, but sounds like the voice on a movie my kids watch. It's a animated flick, and it's, hello, this is Nick. I am here. I love it. So Joe, I like your voice too. I'm going to be copying it soon. And please don't take offense. You should think it's funny because
Flattered. You should be
No
flattered.
problemo, Jim.
yeah, thank you. Because I just love the way people talk. And I like impersonations. That was bad.
Well, what's cool is we get people from all over the world in this Discord, and we're all connecting through it. So, yeah. Props to you, Jim, for connecting all of us.
Amen. It's God did this. It just this Discord kind of just happened over the years. All right. Okay. If I had to look at this, my first impression is this is going down. My first take is that my eyes see that, and then I see that, and I want to say that. That's because you see where we are in the RSI here on the 1 hour. Let's see, 30 minutes. You see how the 30 minutes is more over. It's kind of almost done. And we kind of have sort of exaggerated bullish divergence here. But it's not strong. It's not overwhelming and powerful. But we also don't really have bullish divergence working here on the very strong, at least on the 30-minute, on the 15-minute. There is some on the 15-minute. So my guess, if I had to guess the wave pattern, this is going to break the high or come up one more wave to finish this structure, and then it's going to tank. That's a guess. Looking for, down here somewhere. Down here at $10 again. It's got to correct that big wave that happened. Maybe. Now, when is that invalidated? Yeah. See, we haven't even hit the 1-to-1 yet. So I kind of see us going up here. Shoot, it could come up all the way here. And even if it did that, it could still do this. Okay? So my take is there's probably going to be another up. Create some divergence here. And then down. And then that's going to be your buy zone. That's going to give you maybe the 4 hour. Let's see here. See what the 4 hour looks like. Okay, the 4 hour did come down pretty well. But there's no bullish divergence here. You see it? There's no real hidden bull. Well, there is with that wick. I still think I'm right. There's hidden bull here, and we're getting the up move. That would justify that other wave up to finish. Let me think here. Sorry, guys. Actually,
that's kind of a crazy wick there. I think it only happened on Kraken.
This is coin. Oh, it is Kraken. Let me find. There we go. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to take everything I just said back. It's looking pretty bullish. It's not. We don't have hidden bull though. we had a reset of the 4-hour RSI on this wave down. But we don't have any real hidden bullish divergence here. So watch out for something like this, and then down, this, and then down again. And if that does that, then what that would give you is your bullish divergence. That's the 4-hour chart. Let me think. I'm still working on it, guys. I'm just trying to make sense of the chart. Now, on the 1 hour, we do have hidden bullish divergence. Hence this move up. We are sitting around the 1618. It's possible that this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe. So one more wave to the upside. So on all these charts, it looks like there's more upside, but I can't tell how much yet. I'm sorry. It's not clear. Let's pretend that this is a 1 to 4. $24 is very feasible. $22 is more conservative. You just have to watch the small time frame construction and see what happens. Sorry, I'm not giving better thoughts here.
It's great, Jim. Thank you.
Yep. Here's one more option for you. This could be 1, 2. This might be the fourth of the third. We get that upward move that I'm talking about. Then we get a dip back down to here. And then it goes up. And that would make sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a possibility as well. So yeah, it looks like there's some more up to go. So if you're
Quick question.
you're holding from the bottom, you might just hold it for a while and see what happens. Set a stop here under this fourth wave. Yeah, Jen.
If you take fibs on the 1 to 4 like you did there, is that where it'll usually come to the 5 or the 618?
The 50 or the 618 are usually the targets we shoot for. That's a pattern in the charts. There's different ways to find the fifth wave, but that's one way. But it's not, again, the fifth wave is hard to nail down. That's just the way we often do it. You pull the fibs from 1 to 3, back to 4, and then the 50% or the 618 for 5. Let me show you on an impulse and see what happens. Remove my drawings. Let's go to the 30-minute chart. All right, let's look at this wave right here. We're going to pull the fibs from 1 to 3, back to 4. See where it came? 618. So that's a good example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it helps you kind of project where that end of that wave is going to be. Let's try another one to see if we just got lucky there or what. I'm looking for a good impulse on the chart. Here's a good impulse right there. See this one here? So we're gonna start at 1. We're gonna go up to, I don't know if 4 is here or here. Up to 4, or up to 3, then 4. See how it came to the 1618, wicked it, and then pulled down.
Yeah.
So the 618 is usually your primary target. The 618 extension of 1 to 3, or sometimes it's 50% as well, but more often the first target's the 618. Just looking for another good impulse wave to try. Let's try this one for kicks. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know where 3 ends. 3 right here, 4. 618 again. That one wasn't so clear as the wave delineation, but there you go. So let me show you how to pull the fibs here. So you start at the beginning of 1 and you pull up to 3 and then back to 4. And you project 5 to the 618. Oh, sorry. You project 5 to the 618 or the 50 in there, in that ballpark.
Right.
An extended fifth wave would go to the 1 to 1. That's what an extended fifth does. Let me show you an extended fifth on the BTC chart.
I haven't got it once. Let's wait for one more person, or we'll just start. Okay.
No, I don't think it's an extended fifth. Well, the one I was thinking of. So down here from 1 to 3 to 4. Yeah, it's extended fifth. There it is.
I'm starting.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. See how it came to the 1 to 1?
Yeah.
It wicked through it, but still, it came to the 1 to 1. So that would be an extended fifth wave.
Whenever I bought Among Us.
There you go. That's how you project a 5. Man, this is a power-packed learning Elliott wave theory Discord live. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll shut up now so you guys can take a break from all that knowledge, or you probably already fizzled out anyway. But I wouldn't fault you. But that's a good video to come back and watch if you didn't get it all. But anyway, last chance on any chart requests.
I was in O2 doing the water safer.
All right. Have a great night. I'll be around. We'll see you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
You're welcome,
Thanks,
guys.
Jim.
Anytime.